Well, I am out of here for the time being. My name is I Like Being Smart. I have thoroughly enjoyed interacting with you guys in chat for the past couple of hours. Yes, I have been reading chat. Yes, you probably should be scared. But thank you very much for watching Summer Games Done Quick 2015. We are donating to Doctors Without Borders $446,405 raised so far. Fantastic cause, wonderful work. Keep donating. And I'll catch you around later.
Welcome to Summer Games Done Quick. This is the block known inexplicably as the Silly Games block. Coming up next, a talking skeleton and a rotating limo that runs people over for no apparent reason. Ultra serious game. The ultimate speed game, when you think about it. And we have a talking skeleton. You have to forgive us for it being late at night. We only got a skeleton crew here. We got jokes. I'm the master of the headset now, and it's 5 in the morning. No one can stop me.
I believe Jeffrey is in the call.
Hello, studio.
Hello, Jeffrey. Let's see, I'm thinking awesomeness detection,
Yeah.
and then roundabout.
Roundabout might be too much.
It's a,
That'd
roundabout.
be too much.
Roundabout is overwhelmingly loud, and just nothing but fart noises. It's amazing. It's actually kind of horrific because you just hear nothing but farts as every sound, every pedestrian just makes that noise.
The low thousands of sounds get replaced by one fart sound. It's it's an intense experience.
I'm glad you put this into the game. We can use beats.
It's really
though.
like a lifelong dream after making games like 17, 18 years is to have a dedicated fart mode.
What? Yes. I can hear him, yep. Yeah, I've been chatting. That's what we're talking about. Are we live yet or no? Okay. Okay. So I believe we're live now?
Be alive?
Okay.
Excellent.
Huh? I'll turn on the subtitles. Yeah. Okay. I can turn on the subtitles in game. God. All right. They're on. There's a setting at the start of the game to turn them on, like as it loads. We wasted frames, guys, turning on subtitles. I'm taking back that applause. I'm making you all feel bad.
Way to blow the world record.
Okay, so I believe we're about ready to start. Pedal? Oh yeah, I have my own pedal to press to slam on. It's like I'm really driving a revolving limousine. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. And now we're gonna watch some cutscenes.
The city of Roundabout. The big
So
twist.
this is Roundabout.
The city
This is
that
a
always
very
spins.
special game with
If you can
very
drive through
special
here, you can drive through
cutscenes, and
anywhere.
I'm being joined by 2 developers and actually one of the characters is on the couch with me, Jeffrey. It's nice to be here with you.
Well, that's because this is Roundabout. Everyone does things different around here. But I'm getting ahead of myself.
But Roundabout is a very unique game for its qualities, which is cutscenes that look like they're from 70s pornographies.
Thank you for that ringing endorsement.
That's actually no. I consider that a positive.
The world's first revolving limousine driver.
This is establishing very important to the plot.
For your limousine operators test, so just keep things straight and quick, and this will be over ASAP.
If only our pal here could see inside Giorgio's head. See, there's only one way this chauffeur drives. And it's with a twist.
So, welcome to Roundabout. This is the game for the most part. It's me just hitting trees non-stop, over and over. I'm actually playing a special edition of the game made by Dan. Any death is either a purposeful death warp or an intentional death trap made by him.
Enjoy the thrilling world that is the luxury transportation.
And
industry.
Jeffrey, is your microphone working right now, Jeffrey? Can we get you?
Hello, studio. It's good to
Jeffrey, you're
be
the
here
hero.
at SPDQ.
Jeffrey, how are you doing this fine day? You look like you lost a lot of weight.
Well, you know, my work schedule's been changing up a lot recently. They're making me do the graveyard shift.
Womp womp.
Have you ever thought of going pro?
So there's one part of this game that is not common in one of the other modes. There's two modes to really play, the normal game and then the esports speedrun mode. Esports speedrun mode cuts out all the cutscenes though, so I'm actually going to be trying to earn as much cash as possible to unlock certain cosmetics that have elemental effects that will make the run a little bit easier.
I'll be right here at the garage.
So every now and then I might actually have to pause for a bit because my combo's grown large enough where I can cash in.
Driver? I'm sorry, my car is stuck at the stupid mechanics. And
I just have to say, I can't believe that we're in a Games Done Quick Run and we're not using the esports mode. I just can't believe it.
Like, we made this especially for you.
We
An
did.
esports Games Done Quick mode that you can play from the main menu. And the one time we hit GDQ, no speedrun.
Hey, we're going to do this as fast as we can.
I believe in you.
I mean, it's pretty fast so far.
I mean, the thing you have to keep in mind is that there's some special speedrun tech that only works with the cutscenes on.
That's true. And we do have osmosis detection enabled, which should hopefully save a few frames.
Going, please, pretty, please. Oh, fine.
Where did you find those kids, by the way?
So we tricked a whole bunch of our friends to coming into a studio, and they didn't really know what they were up for. And we just said, sit in the back of this police car that we're pretending is a limousine and pretend to act for us. And that got us the great level of B-movie 70s kind of quality.
The aforementioned as if it's from a 70s pornography.
Exactly. We actually had one of the rides coming up, Ranger Stacy. This was the first time we met her was for this shoot, and she left afterwards, and then was telling her friends that basically the entire thing felt like a porn shoot. So
Yeah, she was kind of nervous.
yeah, basically invited this stranger into a warehouse in the middle of Seattle.
See this chauffeur here?
Wait, you filmed this in a warehouse?
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, a professional film studio.
Now, there's nothing to be ashamed of with recording in a warehouse. A lot of the best esports takes place in warehouses.
It's true. The underground esports scene is very huge in warehouses.
We're actually looking to have warehouse games done quick, where everything is just played out of a warehouse.
Jeffrey, are you okay back there?
What? Just having a little bit of trouble with my headset, but I'm fine. The techs are great. They'll fix me up quick.
She's just meeting me.
Excellent.
So there is actually a lot of speed tech in this game. For example, the rotation of the car is relatively fixed. So I have to more or less play everything on a timer. And if I lose that timer, I have to either wait for a limousine rotation, or I have to just kind of gun it. And that can work because you can clip through some objectives and obstacles, but it's very unreliable, and you take a bonk, you hear a car horn sound, and it increases my chance of blowing up.
Now or later, or do I? Oh!
Thanks, Giorgio.
That's actually how my first date went.
Giorgio was
Best
beginning
case
to get the
scenario,
hang of
really.
This whole limousine for hire thing. Little did Giorgio know that a curveball.
We have $30 from DJ Prius. Hey, Studi bro. Glad to see you're doing well. Let's kill those animals. Good luck on your run.
A little behind. You see, Julia's wedding is at 11, not 1, so we need to book it. Let's go, Giorgio.
Shout out to the actress who played Beth for providing her own wardrobe.
So I have a question about actually accents in this game, because this game seems to feature a worldwide cast that doesn't seem to be from this world. Beth is normal. So far, everyone we've seen is kind of normal, but this upcoming character, I've got some questions. Like, what is he supposed to be from? Because as far as I can tell, his accent is Catholic.
Thank you so much.
Well, you see, as an Australian in America, I am very well versed on American accents, and so this is what I believe is called an American accent. Yeah, you'll see it.
And hey, having someone in uniform take me for a spin around town would be a pretty groovy bonus, right?
Was that the most expensive prop from the game?
Yeah, most expensive and also the most well prepared. That definitely wasn't done 5 minutes before we shot it.
So, what is this? This isn't Southern. This is like Catholic. If I took a guess at what a Catholic priest would sound like out of nowhere.
He did that on his own. We didn't. We just said be a priest, and that's what he did. Also, the priest is played by our good friend Richard Rouse III, who is the designer on the game The Suffering, actually.
Well, thank you, my son. This hungover wreck will marry the...
So I heard there was something interesting about the hungover wreck. At least you didn't warn him you were going to push him out of this car?
We didn't warn him he was going to be in this entire game. He actually came to the shoot just as a friend of ours to like help out with things, and we realized that this whole thing would be funnier if the groom was in the scene, and so we got him in, and then we're like, man, this would just work even better if we just pushed him straight out of the car, and there you go.
There he goes.
We have a $60 donation from, and this is the name they put, an idiot. Morning from a place when it's not unreasonable to be up at this time. People who haven't watched this before are in for a cutscene-based treat. That said, I have to wonder if the run will exploit Geoff's collective weakness for bloomin' onions.
Oh man, a bloomin' onion joke. That's sick. That's some like sick deep joke cuts coming in.
I'm actually surprised that he knows about the blooming onion tech that's in this game, because that was pretty recently discovered and hasn't been heavily publicized.
Oh yeah, that's all part of the cosmetic elemental section of Act 2. Where I'll be able to go ahead and buy certain objects, which it looks like it's just going to affect the appearance of the car, but will have dramatic effects as the game as a whole. For example, right now I can buy a, let's actually go for the Hot Dog Dad, which will improve...
Oh yes, Hot Dog Dad is so good.
This will actually improve my effectiveness versus any sort of enemies in buns or any cars that deliver fast food objects.
It also is one of the 3 different hats that can enable, I think it's reverse spin buffering, which is a technique that's only applicable when you have cutscenes on, that lets you buffer in extra spins at the end of each cutscene.
So
yeah, it's super risky, so I'm actually surprised you're doing this on a live run.
I mean, you know, it can be punishing to die, and you never know what's going to happen, but I think it's really all about the speed in this category. So, I actually have a story. I've met the actor in this cutscene, and I recognized him from Roundabout. And I didn't really know how to bring that up. Like, I think I saw you pretend to be this weird 70s millionaire with a huge wig.
Well, that's actually what Eka looks like in real life. He just wanders around in that suit. He owns that suit. I'm not even joking. Like, he actually owns that suit.
He was wearing the suit, but his hair was a bit different.
Yeah. But that's actually Eka from Uber Entertainment, another person who is way too qualified and notable to be in this game. Oh, nice.
I missed the cash stack. This will affect RNG later in the run, but I'll be able to adapt.
Yeah.
Did I get that? Ooh, I actually almost missed one of the mailboxes. So this game's really lenient about death. I actually don't know if I've died yet. I want to say I have because it'd be weird if I hadn't. But death is only a few seconds lost, and you only get put back a little bit with most checkpoints. It's a little bit more dangerous if I die between missions, like after this cutscene. But during if I have to wait for a rotation, I might just go for a risky play just because it doesn't lose that much time if it goes horribly wrong.
So glad you called. So, where are we going on our date? Okay, no pressure. How about we just start off simple? How about we go to the mall? It's just down the road. I heard.
So this is actually one of the hardest parts of the run. Like, memes aside, this is actually really difficult to do, especially without dying and without waiting too much. Like, I have to wait for a few half rotations because I don't have all the upgrades yet, and I tried to reverse polarity a bit too hard into that wall.
Yeah, this is definitely one where there's an upgrade later on for car shrinker, which is kind of a staple of the esports run. Yeah, if you don't have the shrinker here and you're trying to go for speed, it's very precise.
Let's go
That was actually relatively clean. One blow up, and I think I waited for an extra half rotation, but not that bad compared to what it could be. And this is actually my favorite character in the game, the ducks.
I love this place.
They're the symbol of new love.
Ducks, trees.
My favorite part is the ducks are actually referenced later in the
I feel like
run.
I can really be myself here.
I just love seeing those ducks.
Thanks so much, Giorgio. You're real special. Call me soon, okay?
I mean, I don't want to talk bad about any of the other characters in this game, but I really feel like the ducks were the strongest performers that were the most committed to their role.
I think actually that's the second strongest performer right there.
A close second, to be sure.
So something you actually don't use at all in the esports speedrun mode, as far as I know, are the bounce barrels, which will reverse the direction of the limousine, which is huge when I don't have all the tools available, and I'll eventually get most of them later on. But I actually will have to control my rotation with that. And this also introduces a mechanic, which is murdering civilians, I've been doing it the entire run, but now I actually have a reason to.
It's also the first RNG in the run as well, I believe.
Yes.
Wow, look at that beautiful bird. Wow.
She killed that
Thank you,
delivery.
Giorgio. The Parks Department and nature thanks you.
Well, although that section is the first big instance of RNG in the run, you'll notice that Studio actually has been setting up for that segment the entire time through some just buffered inputs that didn't result in any change in position, but did advance the random number generator.
It's true.
I've actually been doing that for the past few hours. I've just been mashing my PS4 controller, hoping that I'm actually getting the proper inputs. It takes about 6 hours to get it right, but when you do, it saves maybe a quarter of a second.
Yeah, most people don't know that this Swedish tourist run actually was cut from the game. You actually had to do some arbitrary code execution there to get the ride to show up. It's pretty tough, and so get it on the first time is actually super impressive.
This is all cutscenes. Also, all explosions. Of course, this was an intentional death. Took me back in time.
Thanks to you, Georgie.
So I have a question. Why Sweden specifically with that guy?
I think that's because it was the cheapest flag on Amazon when we were buying props.
Yep.
I also just wanted to use the word soccer grist in a script.
What does that mean?
Candied pig.
Really?
Yes.
I
Learn
don't.
something new.
I don't know if I actually believe you, because you could just lie to me, and I'd have no backup on this.
I haven't been lying this entire run. Why would I start now?
You didn't actually work on this game, did you?
No, I didn't. I've been making Wavy 2-Man Chronicles for Windows 8 for the last 4 years.
Oh my god, stop pimping Wavy 2-Man Chronicles. What do I need to do to make you stop pimping that?
So right now, for most of this run, it's just been kind of default rotate while moving and trying to angle. We're actually going to get our first of 2 upgrades I'll get in the run that will have a direct effect on gameplay. It actually changes it quite a bit, and it's probably the least expected thing in a game about really cars at all.
If you ever change your mind,
We have $50 from Cherry Doom. Says, looks like it's roundabout time I donated. Way to go,
Thank you for
Studio.
supporting electronic sports.
Big wheels keep on turning.
Fantastic. Well, kid, I think it's time we moved on to some bigger fish. Let me show you the way into the city.
Also, if you haven't donated yet, $5 minimum gets you Jeffrey. Apparently, we can just sell skeletons now using those donation incentives.
So yeah, Jeffrey is available as a prize.
The greatest prize of all.
Flattery
honestly.
will get you nowhere, Studio.
You'll always be a prize in my heart.
The highway construction. Kid, it's time to break some rules.
Oh yeah, we can jump now.
Nice work. Now, this last step is all up to you. Just drive through that tunnel to Roundabout City.
So, Dan, I have a question. Did you know about
come meet up with me.
a couple of glitches that might exist in this game? I don't want to worry you about them.
This game is perfect. How
This is
dare
a
you?
flawless execution
Well,
of
for
game
example,
fakery.
I can actually instantly die after leaving that tunnel for no reason.
Oh, oops.
Oops, that was a mistake. You didn't see that. That's you probably just inputted some of the buffer commands wrong.
Yeah. Actually, that's what happens. You can buffer your commands before that area loads, and before it loads, you just end up in the ground and instantly drown. So it is actually buffered inputs doing that.
Just follow.
Professional video game development, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, this kid sometimes.
So the jump is great, but it's actually way slower for moving around. So when possible, I want to try and just drive normally. Also, when you jump, the rotation increases quite a bit, so I don't really know where I'm going to land. And also, if there's any air obstacles, I'm going to hit them.
Hi, quick, let's get going. I've got to get to City Hall. It's a matter of life and death. Go. Well, maybe not death. And
We have $5 from Blastoise M. Hey SGDQ, Roundabout Lover and Speedrunner Blastoise M here. Just saying hello and thanks to Studio for sharing this wonderful game with everybody. And thanks to Dan, Panzer, and Cassie for being the sweetest devs in the world. Shoutouts to fellow Roundabuddies, Dalton and New Order.
So that was someone from the Roundabout running community. It's actually a few people who have really kind of gone in, and it's actually a great speedrun in the optimized version. It's fun in this category. It's just a whole lot different in terms of pacing and movement. I believe he's currently at second place. New Order has the world record. I would want to say 10:20 in-game time.
It's pretty impressive. Like it's, as someone who's been playing this game for 18 months, I'm about 5 or 6 minutes off.
Actually, yeah, there's an achievement in the game to beat your speedrun time.
Thankfully, I'm terrible at this game, so easy achievement.
I think it took me like 3 runs to beat it.
I'll just wait here for my yacht. Tally ho, hip hip, cha ta, and all that.
Hey, you! Oh, I'm so happy you made it out to the city.
As am I, Giorgio. Bonjour, Elizabeth.
Is this that Ronaldo guy that you were telling me about? Wait, how does he even hear what I'm saying?
None of that's important right now, young mademoiselle. What is important is that your revolving amour is trespassing on Ronaldo country.
Hey, Giorgio invented revolving. You think stealing it is gonna achieve anything? You'll never be as good as Giorgio.
Ho-ho! I'm already the best, and I'll prove it. Just try and beat me to Upper Roundabout. This shall be uproarious.
You've got this, baby. Teach this Eiffel turkey a lesson.
All right, we got a race.
That Ronaldo guy really gets me feeling rattled.
So this is actually one of those really hard sections similar to the mall where it's really easy to die, especially on the ascent, just because there's lots of slopes that can easily kind of just peck me. But it actually went pretty well.
Go back to the baby merry-go-rounds of the suburbs and leave us grown adults alone.
I'm glad that we put his accent in the subtitles. I always forget that's there.
So attention to quality at No Goblin.
Yeah.
Don't do anything wrong.
So I have another question about accents in a second.
I think this one I'm well versed and ready to answer.
Because as far as I can tell, this accent is soccer.
This is a soccer accent. It's actually the best actor we found in the game, like by far better than everyone.
Up north, take me for a ride up to the park.
That's Dan's natural hair right there.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate. I was gonna chuck a sickie, but I figure whatever. May as well play around.
Come on, no selfies during the run. Show some respect for the electronic sports.
Guys, we're gonna get goal!
Nice. I'm actually wearing a soccer jersey from the World Cup in 1974, which is when Australia's first time in the World Cup, where we scored 0 goals and were eliminated immediately.
I come to SGDQ for the sports facts.
It's true.
Did you tell Mickey that we were going to be driving up
Esports and real sports.
I mean, we've got real FMV, it only makes sense.
He's been calling me all day trying to figure out where you are. Come on, let's head back down to the city and find out what's up. I'll come with you. There's a back way you can take through the hills. I'll show you where to go.
When it comes to falling, you actually want to go ahead and give a good jump. Just because if you try and fall normally, you run a really big risk of getting caught out and on the way down and just like clipping yourself on ledges, which is super risky. And there's ways around it, but in general, I want to just jump off every cliff, even though you do hover in the air for a second.
Next time drive like that and you'll absolutely destroy Banana.
I'm not in the selfie.
Jeffrey,
Well, I
the most
appreciate your
popular song.
enthusiasm. This is extremely unprofessional for an event such as the Summer Games Done Quick.
My buddy needs just the thing to give you the edge on this Ronaldo creep.
Speaking of which, we have a $100 donation from PA Master.
It's in a
Hey!
Had to donate to support a great cause being supported by a great game made by great folks. I think I speak for everyone when I say we appreciate putting a serious game in the middle of the Silly Games Done Quick block to break things up a bit. This money goes towards Pokemon Puzzle League, run later in AGDQ, Spin That Limo, and as always, thanks for supporting esports.
Aw, PA Master, thank you.
Yeah, why is this in Silly Games?
Leo better be right about this. Okay, kid, get us out of here. I got work to do. Okay, buddy. Give me a few to figure out what to do with this magic dust. Once we get it in the system, you'll be unstoppable.
Something I'll regret forever is that the inside of that suitcase is actually carefully arranged by me and is full of candy, but we never took a shot of the inside of the suitcase, so you never see my beautiful work.
They haven't even built it yet. Go south. Just take the boats to the back entrance. My girl China's
Also, alright, I need to just say about Disco Sylvan, the only part of his outfit which is a costume is the wig. Everything else is how he showed up that day.
I'd like to give a shout out to the Giant Bomb community. Actually, they wanted to organize a donation incentive for this, but this game doesn't have a donation incentive as it's too serious and perfect to really add something. So just give a shout out to them for being pretty cool.
Thanks, dudes.
Dig it. You're my new wingman. Giorgio and Disco Sylvan are gonna go far.
So was this actually like an actor, or was this just someone that showed up in the car?
The mechanic guy said.
This is a friend of a friend. This is Davo, and that's also how he just showed up like that.
He actually thought this was a test and we wasn't actually going in the game. And about a month after we recorded this, he was like, "Hey, if you need me for the actual game, just let me know." And like, you're in it. We've shown this at GDC. Like, you're in the game already. And so
yeah.
So this is his natural performance.
So coming up is a beneficial glitch. There's a wall you can clip through. I think it's like the only wall in the game where it happens, and it doesn't really save that much time because you can only do it during the cutscene mode, and it would actually waste time in the normal esports speedrun mode. So cool. This is a category-specific glitch.
Nice. Turns out physics is really hard. Who would have thought?
I'm so excited.
Yes.
It's almost time for my big debut. Hello, Giorgio. I'm your pal, Jeffrey. Make no bones about it, I'm excited to see you. I'm already running behind in the Roundabout triathlon. Quick, get me to the front of the pack.
Jeffrey, do you run a lot of triathlons?
Well, you know, I got into it for a little while back when that new patch was released.
So there is a glitch that you also will only really exploit in cutscene percent, which is you can lower the water and jump.
There's still so many places behind. Time to.
I have the weirdest facial expression on my face right now.
Yeah, Dan's making a real upset face.
Excuse me.
The good news is, like, this is all for the triathlon. This is all for a good purpose. And we are in third.
After all, Giorgio, the joy of competing is the real reward. Yes, Giorgio, you did it. You're the best. Giorgio is #1. USA. USA. Wait, where am I going? Oh boy.
Master puppeteers.
Oh my god.
And away I go for some other esport that is very interesting but isn't shown in the game.
Before you take them on again. We can't beat him on the road, but I have something better than the road. Now, climb up that.
So if I'm doing those short hops where I don't have a spin, it's because I have the water upgrade. I can now, engage in the water and actually save a little bit of time, but it's also risky because it can sometimes not work and I'll take a hit. I have a question, Dan. Do you know about a glitch in the game where sometimes when you die and there's a height difference, you will instantly die even when you do absolutely nothing?
Yes, I am unfortunately aware of that bug.
Okay, I thought I'd just point it out.
It's one of the joys of PhysX 2 is it's not very good at physics.
So there's actually a property management aspect to the game, which I just bought a property, and it'll let me go through a tunnel, and it saves a bunch of time.
Whatever you have to do, do it. Just focus off the road and use that twist of yours to get the upper hand. You got this, champ. Finish him.
How was it recording Giorgio? Like, is it just hours and hours of footage of him just sitting there not speaking?
It literally is.
It's literally 5 hours of different turns, and you actually see when we may have passed it already, but there's some times when Giorgio will bring up a piece of paper and there's like 8-point text all the way down. We had 4 pages of just 8-point different turn combinations of Giorgio turns with this very specific expression on their face. And you'll actually see we have specific cuts for when Giorgio's bow tie is turned, which is post Jeffrey, as you can see here. So lots of very minor continuity things that no one notices that we put literal hours of effort into.
I've noticed it. I've really actually caught those details. It's been very clear to me.
I can't stop worrying that the next time I see you, you'll be in a very flat coffin. I just can't take that kind of stress every time you drive. Beat Ronaldo, but beat him safely. Don't stoop to his level. Come home to me alive, okay?
So coming up is another ascent, but it's a lot easier as I don't have to go to as many points.
I believe you Americans call it.
Was it time for a rematch with that Ronaldo guy? Ooh. I hate him so much.
The whole moral of Roundabout is that you should never trust French Canadians.
By the time we're done with him, he's gonna have more accidents than the Roundabout Art Museum's Bob Ross exhibit.
Giorgio, he'll beat you on the roads, remember?
So for RNG purposes, I have to take a bunch of hits and die. Don't ask why. I just kind of do.
You're coming up to a load transition, and so you need to make sure memory is all set for when you go into the load transition to get Glitch Giorgio coming up.
Yeah.
All part of the esports.
So that turn's actually really tight to do without a barrel, a bounce barrel, so I can take an alternate route through the soccer field. Unfortunately, there is no soccer ball there, so we can't double soccer, but that's okay. We'll make it.
You may be fast, Giorgio Manos, but I will always be the best.
So how many 70 movies did you have to cut for to make this scene?
We only get our stock footage from some of the finest stock footage sites on the internet. So it was basically, we did a search and ordered by price and then got the cheapest stuff we could, and that created this masterpiece that you see before you.
Ask Giorgio about the incident these days and you get a fistful of blank stares. Destroying a man's car is tantamount to treason. Yes, even if the guy behind the wheel is, and let's be honest here, a huge jerk.
He's not even French, he's French-Canadian.
Yes,
That, however, hit the hardest.
Rounds up to French.
One thing is for sure.
I guess that's true.
With everything collapsing, Giorgio
Wait, I'm
did
tracking
the
our
one
sales and
thing
suddenly everyone
Giorgio
from France
does
is refunding their games?
best. Drive.
So as far as I can tell, you can't instantly die on this transition, but you can instantly start the next cutscene.
That time heals all wounds, but he never.
So how long did it take
specified how long you needed.
for Giorgio to grow that
That's
beard?
the trouble with wise
So we
men.
actually had 2
They're
shoots.
never
We had one
specific
in
enough to be
February
useful.
and one in June. And Kate was a real sport and grew out that beard.
Than me these days.
And
I'm a skeleton.
it really shows the amount of Commitment
dedication.
and dedication to the craft that
Yes.
that Kate Welch had for this game.
With your
A
driving.
true love of
Maybe the only
electronics.
person you ever loved left you forever. And yes, you're probably going to
Jeff, you're
freeze
looking
to
so
death in
cool
these
back
mountains
there.
And become Giorgio the skeleton.
Well, you know,
But you're
These Minnesota
out of
summers.
Jeffrey medicine, Giorgio. I can't stand to see my pal Giorgio so down and unable to get more Jeffrey medicine. And, think of Beth. I bet your #1 lady would love to hang out with your #1 skeleton. You two were great together. Yeah, do it for Beth. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
I'm very motivational.
That's the spirit, pal. See, just like riding a bicycle. Step 1, get a job. Step 2, clean suit.
So this third area, the Roundabout Mountains, the game's difficulty actually takes quite a ramp up. There's tons of objectives around, and going through it quickly can be dangerous. Esports mode is a little bit easier because you have the I bounced off that. You have the shrink ability, which means you can kind of go through everything narrowly, but it also means you have to go through everything faster. So it's a bit of a balance between the two.
You did it. The first step is always the hardest. Yeah, we'll work on that whole thing later. For now, go find us some farm work. Do hurry. I'd like my bones back soon.
So Jeffrey, how did you disappear like that?
Vanishing cream, of course.
Don't get much call for you, city.
It's a common technique in many films.
That's for sure. Say, your twirl-a-mahoo and tomfoolery might actually come in handy around these parts. How about you go take in the crops for me? Oh, no. I don't go in for modern machinery. You just go out in my fields and do your
Good old farmer
techno-spinnery. I'll radio
I just like the
you
phrase
if I need
techno-spinnery.
anything, okay? Just run over them there crops.
So this is actually one of the harder parts of the run. We have to harvest some crops the only way we know how. The power of limousines and spinning. Doing so quickly is really dangerous because you can't predict the rotation of the threshers particularly well. So you have to kind of adapt on the fly, which is a lot of this run, but in this case, it's really easy to get caught in between 2 points. I got greedy, tried to go for some of that top level, I believe, corn?
I think it was supposed to be wheat.
Look, I know 3 things in life. I know accents, I know birds, I know farming crops. And any insinuation that those things are wrong is frankly insulting.
I like how one of those things wasn't game development.
That really falls under birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Most games are just duct taped birds shipped in a box.
We have an anonymous $100 donation. How'd you guys manage to make this Seattle driving simulator so true to life?
Many, many hours on I-5. So many.
What did you say your name was?
Please help us.
Giorgio Manos was back. And this time, it was personal.
We have a $50 donation from Prototype X. It says, "You spin me right round, baby. Right round. Like a record, baby. Right round, 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 round."
So something you're going to see a lot on the run is that you can actually go off to the side, and sometimes it's easier for the route and generally faster, like right there. Sometimes it's just going to be safer, or I'll need to adapt. Jeffrey, how do you feel about this mission?
Well, you know, I think this mission sort of exemplifies, you know, what made me so enthusiastic about this project in the first place, because skeleton representation in video game is sort of a contentious subject, but I feel that this game really does a good job of showing me in a variety of roles.
So the physics on these coffins, they're great. They're great.
Fine, okay, I'll go. See you soon, Giorgio. See you even sooner, priest.
Yes. I'm just going to take a long constitutional. Many thanks to you, I think.
So I don't know if people have been able to hear it, but there's lots of random ambient yelling. As far as I can tell, there's just tons of people that contributed to that.
I appear to have lost
And I think
my
there's probably about 50 or 60 different
business
people who
things.
sent in stuff. It was
My
kind
important
of
business
insane the
things
response we
everywhere.
got. We put a call out for people to be
even on the
voices for our
rooftops
pedestrians and got like
But I
this
doubt a
hundreds and hundreds of lines in of different ped bucks. It's been pretty. It's super wonderful.
Yeah, it was really good. We had basically all of our friends helped contribute stuff, and it was just really great.
I am shocked. Yes, I'm picking up all my business things. Okay, I've seen enough. I mean, I'm done with business.
And I'm gonna be honest, this is actually my favorite cutscene. Well, the first 5 seconds are my favorite cutscene, just because I think the music makes this perfect. I think just everything about this cutscene is great.
Secret, kid. It's me, your old pal Mickey. I was just testing to make sure it was you. Look, kid.
Just that, like those first seconds.
I didn't mean to push it.
Yeah, it's pretty
I've
good.
been thinking about
Here's
it.
a fun
You
tip.
should drive the way you
Here's a
want
fun
to
tip for people buying stuff on Amazon. Make sure you check the quantity of what you're buying. It turns out that those like Groucho glasses come in quantities of 20 when you buy them for $4. So if anyone wants 19 sets of glasses, hit me up at Delicious Bees on Twitter.
We could have made that a prize to go with Jeffrey. What, the 19 Groucho glasses from Roundabout.
Yeah.
Hi. Okay. I have a surprise for both of you. The last few months have been the happiest of my life. Will you marry me?
I love this stupid mission.
Of course, yes.
Of course, since this is on
next
film,
surprise.
it's a legally
We're
binding
getting married
marriage.
now. On our way to our honeymoon. To the airport, Giorgio.
What? Okay. Let's go, Giorgio.
I hope to one day propose to someone by saying, look, the both of you, I have a surprise.
Let us proceed. Do you take this kid to be your husband, even if he is lame or pathetic?
We have an anonymous $20 donation.
For the rest of
Hello from Sweden! I've enjoyed all the awesome runs, and I'm having a good laugh at Roundabout right now. But sorry, devs, Suckergris is Sugar Pig.
Oh!
Well, Godis Grease is Candy Pig, and an actual insult in Swedish. I'll miss the last runs, but my money goes to the animals. Save them!
Look what you did.
I'm so sorry.
Look at the problems you're causing in the community.
This is why you should never do your translations through Googling Swedish slang. I'm so sorry, Sweden.
I sure hope this doesn't fracture our international electronic sports community.
So that was a death warp in addition to starting a cutscene at the same time. So the camera's gonna freak out as I like warp back, and I'm also moving at the same time. As it's gonna be moving fast, fading in. I'm not really gonna be sure where I am, so I might die at the beginning or might just kind of rotate on in. This is one of my favorite areas. You can do it one of two ways. I'm gonna do it the airplane way, where you just jump on some airplanes.
It's pretty tough to do because their hit surface is pretty small, but it feels super great.
Okay, we now have the telephone, which will let us fight any sort of telecommunications elementals.
Those can cause a lot of problems in the last segment of the run.
Oh, her? I haven't seen her anywhere. Sorry. Anyways, time for me to jet.
I really like the idea that Charles is right outside the limo, yet Giorgio still holds the picture up to the radio. That's logical.
Yeah.
Oh, Giorgio. I'm so glad I found you. I've got some serious heat after me. I did a real bad thing, Giorgio. Can you take us somewhere where we can lay low for a while? Don't take the main roads. They'll be looking for me. Is there a back
So
road?
my Twitter is blowing up for people who want Groucho glasses. I should also take this moment to mention I also have 35 pounds of fog machine juice. So if anyone wants any of that, also hit me up.
My disguise was foolproof. Get rid of
Look
them,
what
Giorgio.
you've done.
Yeah. We will be bringing stage kit support to Roundabout soon. It's something that we are very committed on. No ETA on that so far.
I can't believe you keep making stage kit jokes. When will this end?
This is my life. This is my life forever.
Operations, or GOP for short. A squad with one mission, to put Giorgio Manos behind.
Oh, this place is fantastic, Giorgio. No one will think to look for me at the world-famous Roundabout Falls. Waterfalls are not art.
I don't think I get that joke.
There's nothing to get.
I don't think it's a joke. Simply a statement of fact.
It's clear. Many things can be in the eye of the beholder art, but waterfalls are not art.
Thanks again, Giorgio.
I've been wondering what that meant for since I played the game. I didn't get any part of it.
Like, a lot of our jokes are just things that we say to each other and then laugh at, and we're like, we should totally put that in, and then it just is stupid.
Oh, I'm sorry, eh? I didn't mean to cause a kerfuffle. I'm just trying to get to the train station, eh?
Like, Danny B is a Canadian. I don't...
This is fact.
Whoa, I'm still new to this revolving.
That was a good save.
So, I mean, I have the water upgrade, so I can still float in
Oh,
the
I
water.
forgot you had that. It was still a good save.
But, like, the weird angle was from the, because I did a short hop, and sometimes you get that weird kind of side angle. So it's still a save, sort of.
Are all the drivers in your country this rude?
The answer to that is yes.
Oh, that was a good reverse ground disappearing death warp you did.
Yeah, that was actually one of the many death traps that Dan put in especially for this run. But I was able to use that to go backwards, which once again affects RNG, and actually despawned a set of vampire cars.
We don't have anything like this back home.
So you can actually go through the roundabout normally, or you can go through the side area. I like the side area just because it's consistent.
That was some fast driving, and so friendly too. Oh, I've seen her. She was the nice young lady at the fair. Well, we had no idea how to get around, so she showed us how to get to all the stalls, and she won me this here prize. So anyway, mustn't be late for my train now, so goodbye.
What is
Where'd you get that?
The corgi? That was a Christmas present from one of our friends. We have a real life corgi dog, so our friends give us lots of assorted corgi items that I love.
Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go, Giorgio.
We have $30 from Whippy M. I don't even know what I expected, but this game is amazing. Keep up this, whatever this is. Put this $30 towards killing the animals.
So hopefully I did this right. There's some tech for this part of the game where you want to take a certain number of hits. For a new game like this, you would want to take 2 hits to die properly. For esports speedrun, it's 1 hit.
Out of the car. Looks like we've got a good old-fashioned destruction derby on our hands. Now, kid, listen up. 3 against 1 ain't great odds. I have a plan, though. Just keep them off us as long as you can while I get ready.
I like that he says 3 against 1, but you fight like a billion things here.
Now, if I put that there,
This is definitely not because we filmed this before we made this level.
All set. Kid, the only way we're gonna win is if I punch those cars out myself.
I like that that's the plan.
I didn't become a mechanic, just a fix.
Also, we forgot to get these gloves on the day of the shoot. So what you're seeing is what Panzer put together in 5 minutes with E in the back of the limo.
Yeah, okay, literally, we got set up to do this shot, and then E looks at the script, and he goes, okay, it says I put on my special gloves, where are they? And we look at each other and go, oh, we don't have any gloves.
It's Disco Sylvan.
So I found in this warehouse that we were renting, I found a pair of Home Depot gloves, and I taped a bunch of batteries and a screwdriver and a rock and a light bulb to
Disco
them.
Sylvan would never ride a cable car, but
And that's used to punch out police cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
right this
The
way,
rock
Giorgio.
gives you strength.
Jump across the ice. You might be able to head her off.
And those pro water strats.
Oh man.
That's actually something that's comes in contention in the speedrun mode is whether you want to use the water upgrade here or the shrink. Probably shrink because it also works really well in the next section. But
Yeah,
water also can save time here.
Yeah, because you get that, I think it's a 20% air penalty for movement when you're in the air.
Okay, Cheese Weasel. This is as far as I can take you. Disco Sylvan don't do heights. These dancey shoes stay firmly on the ground. Oh yeah.
He nailed it.
Go chat with the ranger. I'll be in town with Mrs. Disco Sylvan if you need anything. Go get her, champ.
Giorgio.
Thank goodness you finally came. I thought the rescue team would never arrive.
We have $5 from Cad the Skeleton. Jeffrey, my fellow dead man, you're looking very well today. You're going to have a bit of company soon because this money's going to killing the animals.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, we had a bit of a structural problem with the cable cars. Well, the cable bit. I hear that's kind of important. We need to get to the top and shut off those cable cars.
We have $10 from Karasu Elemenze. So is Jeff a natural or is he bleached?
That's a very personal question.
That's an extremely personal question.
This is a
and I want you
family-friendly.
to understand that this is not an appropriate thing, even if we weren't in a live performance right now. That would be an extremely inappropriate thing to ask.
So we're actually coming up on the last mission. Time will be when I hit the final checkpoint. But I have to give a bit of a warning for this. I'm not really prepared to do the very last bit of the game. It's not the final mission. It's half the final mission because it's going to be done with keyboard. So I have to prepare something. Jeffrey, how good are you with the keyboard controls?
Actually, that's what I primarily play on.
Okay, you sure? So if I hand you a keyboard, if I hand you the keyboard, you can finish the run.
Yeah, no, I'll be fine.
All right. That will officially make this a co-op run, though.
But haven't we been working together this entire time, Studio?
I think we have, Jeffrey. I think we have.
Well, here we are. So, yeah. I was gonna go to Roundabout Gorge. Do you want to take me? Oh.
So this last little chunk of the run is actually really difficult not to take damage in. You can jump on these houses, which usually works out pretty well. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too far off to the side, so I took a little dink. And Medibot, Jeffrey, this is going to be all you.
You got this, pal.
I believe in you.
Oh, I can't get the keyboard. All right, I'll hold the keyboard, okay?
You gotta reach, Jeff.
All right, I'm ready. I'm buffering in my advanced.
All right, go, Jeffrey, go. You're getting the dodges, Jeffrey.
Yeah. Oh. No, I know where all these boxes are.
Time.
We did it.
So, Jeffrey, I got some good news for you. Since this category has been run by no one else before in any recorded video, what's the time?
Well, if I'm gonna do this, then I'm at least
Jeffrey,
in the front.
you now have a world record in roundabout cutscene %.
Thank you so much for helping me with this, Studio.
Hey, it was all you in the end. I couldn't have done it without you.
Just be you, okay? After all, that's the Giorgio that I fell for.
Sure was exhausting, though.
In Tijuana, they have a 4-lane roundabout. That sounds like a fun
Gotta help you
time.
up sometimes.
You know, esports is all about the community and helping each other out.
So I'm gonna go ahead and actually ask a question of Tech. Do I have 8 hours to do the desert bus simulation desert limo and try and get world record in that?
I mean, that seems like a reasonable ask.
Giorgio.
I think I saw a no. We can actually try something else. I have an idea.
As the person reading donation comments, I have full authority to say, yes, you have 8 hours. Go for it.
Yes.
Well, Jeffrey returned to his home planet.
Where is your home planet, Jeffrey?
Died.
Well, you know,
I thought
space.
I made that
Okay,
clear.
that's a good place for it.
There was that explosion and the news. Remember? Mickey survived his altercation with the demolition derby. Moved to the UK.
The tribal
became a huge
oil
fitness
paint.
mechanic guy. He
So
even
this is
started his
the
own
longest
band in the late
run
80s.
people had to take for a
And
Mike and the
left from
Mechanics joke in
Giorgio.
the history of video
Well,
games.
That's a tale for another day.
Okay, so let's go ahead, go for the 8-hour desert limo run.
It's really the most important part of the game. Like, it really fills in the lore.
Yeah.
All right, Jeffrey, can I get some co-op action on this?
Oh, what's that?
All right, I think we got this
Oh,
for co-op.
oh yeah, okay. I'll take the left. You take the
Okay,
right.
and we actually are going for the world record in crashing.
Oh!
We got it.
0.04 beats. You did it. I'm so proud.
Okay, I think with that, it's time to cut the run. It's been fun. It's been good.
Thanks for having us, dude. This is super great.
Thank you to everybody in the Skype call. Dan, Panzer, Jeffrey the Skeleton. Oh, I mean, not Skype call. Jeffrey, thank you just for being here.
Thank you for supporting electronic sports.
That's Roundabout.
We have a $30 donation from I Decided 173. Ah! Roundabout's getting runned about. Thanks for running this fan-amazing-tastic game, and thanks so much to Panzer and Dan for showing off the real power of esports speedrunning. I love you guys. And Jeffrey, you're looking a little bigger lately. Maybe you should lay off the candy. But for real, thanks so much for supporting this amazing event, guys. You're all fantastic.